Well, the night after a game, who's just supposed to play? Yeah, well, if you had seen it, you can't become a trainee.
Yeah.
Oh, I just have to see. Second bottom. Thank you.
At the big meeting with Mark AFL, what is the go? Like, when are we going to find out? It's going to be the best 6 weeks. The best players. And I'd like to tell you something. I'll do stuff back. You've got inside. Yeah. Inside info. You're a good connected man. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, it's not more now. Yeah. So, up here and then, yeah. This is yeah. Oh, my first year. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what matters, obviously.
Welcome to AFL NT's coverage of the 225-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 11 clash here from Cazalys Arena on the Larrakia country where Palmerston take on PINT. My name is Mark Dodge and I'm joining my commentary part today with Lockie. G'day, Lockie.
G'day, Dodgy. How are you?
Excellent, mate. This is going to be a pretty interesting game. I guess it's on paper it looks like a bit of a one-sided match, but you never know in footy. It's a classic top versus bottom clash between PINT, who's sitting comfortably on top of the ladder and done all things very well lately, versus Palmer, who's still chasing their first win for the season.
Yeah, it should be an interesting clash. We obviously saw these teams play a few weeks ago in round 7. It was a pretty dominant display there by the Green Ants. And yeah, look, if you're a punter tonight, I say a fair bit of the money would be on PINT, but you just never know in this NTFL competition. They've obviously had a few outs, the Green Ants, so it'll be interesting to see how they go. They're on top of the ladder. They'll be hoping to get win number 8, whereas Palmerston, on the other hand, still searching for their first win of season 25-26 and still haven't won a game since round 3 last year. So
it's been a long time, hasn't it?
It has.
Mark Tyrrell, the senior coach here, he's been pretty focused on trying to get them to be playing competitively, and they have been more competitive, I think, overall. Even against the Tigers a couple of weeks back, they were competitive, even though the scoreline didn't show it. So it'll be something that they've obviously got to try and build on. And Shirley Wilson, their captain there, he's been taking all before him. But PINT, just with those big name players, with some of them aren't playing tonight, but they've still had the real run and kick and big scoring forwards. And I think last time it was 136 points to 39, so it was a massive win last time to PINT.
Yeah, it was. And look, only 2 weeks ago, Palmerston narrowly went down to the Darwin Buffaloes. It was only a 3-point match on that occasion, so they were so close to that first win. They've obviously had a few outs since then, their sides changed a fair bit. Chippendale, Ford, Edmonds, Armstrong and Clyde all in tonight for Palmerston, and Baxter mentioned Lewis Smith, two of their real superstars in their team are out, as well as Owen Davey and Waylon Davey and also Jordan White. So, you know, a few different changes today. Hopefully it'll bring a bit of good fortune. I'll quickly grab your tip, Mark.
I think Pint pretty comfortably.
Yep.
But I'll be looking to see if the change of personnel at Palmy can add a bit of something to the side. Sometimes when you put young players in, local players in, rather than some of those big stars, it makes a big difference to the way they play. So we'll just see what happens here.
Yeah, absolutely. Pint last week defeating Waratah. Again, that was on Saturday night, just stamping their authority, just continuing to move forward as the biggest improvers and the ladder leaders in this 25-26 competition. So I'll be hoping to continue their march.
So Point kicking to your left of your screen and Palmerston to your right. I don't know what they call those ends down there, but the stadium end is which way Palmy's heading, and Point's heading, and Palmy away from the stadium.
So we're about to get underway here at Cazalys Arena. Pint versus Palmerston. We're about to do battle. Round 11 underway here in the NTFL. Out of the ruck strongly. There is McDonald getting the first hands on it, putting them forward for the first time tonight. The Green Ants looking to get dangerous. Ball came off hands. Going out wide, Wolf will run onto it, goes hard, ducked the shoulder, didn't get the call. Still bounces out towards Munich. He has to go in and under. Handball goes out wide and they release a little bit of space. It didn't get far at Edmonds. Got wrapped up, so we'll get a stoppage, but good little start there from Palmerston, able to lock it up.
Absolutely, and that's the sort of thing they've got to keep doing all day, just keep running at them and trying to block the ball up as much as possible.
Ball out of the middle. Rosengren couldn't get it forward, should have gone by foot, and the ball trickle over the line just in front of Rowe, and we'll get another throw in.
You've played on this ground, haven't you? It's got fairly wide wings and short incoming pockets as you come down, so they've got to play it wide and come in very quickly.
Yeah, you're right, Dodgy. It's a real different ground. Obviously, TIO is a massive ground, and then Gardens is small. I'd love to say that's kind of just a little in between both of them, so you're right. You do have to come in down the middle of the ground. We see this one try to go out wide. Short will have to duck and dive through there. Coming in hard was Frith, who got him high. So it'll be a free kick out wide. The Green Ants on half-back flank. Won't get advantage. It'll go back to their recipient. A minute gone in this one.
Yeah, look, and the Green Ants already, they seem to be running position fairly quickly, looking for the short kick this time, and get another short one in again.
Find up the line now, Rowe. Their superstar import this year goes inside 50, looking for a mark down there. They can't get it eventually off hands, though. An opportunity arises. He goes long and hard for home shot. He's never on line and was always out on the full.
Hasn't he had a good year too so far? Rowe he's been great for the Green Ants.
Goes inside. Wilson. Hands on the footy. Handball. Out to Russ, who's under a bit of pressure but worked it out well, and clever was Cazalys too. Difficult situation. His kick will be important though. The bounce out of half-back flank and a really tough place to turn it over. Pint will get another opportunity. Row again.
You'd wonder why he wouldn't just straighten up, but there must be a plan to come out that side.
Out wide, and he finds a target. Just bounces off the chest there, Fraunfelder, and we'll get another throw in inside the Green Ants forward. 52 minutes gone in this first quarter. And
Shorty Wilson down there directing traffic. He's been such a good leader since he's come across from Tigers to Palmy to be that captain, and he's a leader on the ground. He's just trying to get these young kids in some sort of shape so they know what they're doing when the ball comes through.
Back in a play now. Ball bounced out the back. An opportunity here for Pint. Tackles came. Good pressure from Palmy early. Bounces out. Stevens got hands on it. But the umpire's going to find a free kick. It will go the way of the Magpies. So good early pressure from Palmerston.
They've got good run and spread to the Magpies here, so they've got a chance to get this ball forward, but he's looking to the right again. The right of us, Comanche team.
Frith out wide to a one-on-one. It'll bounce out the back of all comers. You think the boundary line would win as a good tackle came there on Bremner, and we'll get another throw in. So territory needs to go early for Palmerston, but we've seen in a few games this year, especially that game that these two played in round 7, Palmerston actually flew out of the blocks. They were in front at quarter time, kicked the first 3 or 4 goals of the game, but it was just that last half of footy that they're still struggling to put together. And they've just got to keep working, doing what they're doing. Their game plan is obviously to play that far wing and get the ball down that way. So that's the fat side of the ground, I guess, and they're heading that way. Although it's a turnover here to Pint. McDonald out of the ruck to Rowe. Stevens back into the side this week. He'll go out wide and find a target. This is Bear, who can put him into attack again. So another kick goes in. Once again, not to the advantage of any teammate. Kavanagh had to come across and they work it out by hand again. Wharf will just opt to go long, and it is a beautiful kick out wide. Teammate couldn't hold on to it. We'll try to keep it in. Does eventually. Clever play there. Rolling forward was Munich. He's good at that. Works it inside. Didn't get the handball back, but an opportunity here for Palmy. That kick's just going to hurt him though. Shot will go down and get it. Picks it up and they work it out by hand.
Just that last kick to the centre half forward that let him down, but it was good passage of play from Palmy off the back line there.
James Rowe, time and space. Got a feeling that he will certainly rack them up tonight. Almost on cue. Schwarzenberg directs traffic. Goes in long now. Coming across was Kavanagh. Another fist coming in from Alice. All at ground level. Truman will look to be dangerous. He couldn't get it down. Still bouncing around, but eventually they'll work it out by hand. Barnett and Frith once again is the target.
Just not quite getting the kicks right. The plan's right, just not quite getting the kicks right, Palmer here.
Smith finds Spiteri, who will plead for a 50. Won't get it. Kicked 8 on his NTFL debut against Palmerston in round 7. Kick one here.
Pretty handy debut, isn't it? 8 goals.
Yeah, he was on fire that day. Kavanagh out wide to Klein.
It's a good kick from Klein. Just go fall a little bit short.
Done well with the switch here, Palmerston. It's this next kick inside, and once again we see him turn it off. Schwarzenberg, fantastic over the half-back flank, and he'll be able to rotate to the far side again. So they'll have numbers out here. Stevens can straighten up. It's a good kick. They'll find Waitman, who can find the big man there in Benjamin Smythe, who will be able to go back and have the first real opportunity for Pine after the first 5 minutes has been all inside their half of.
And just going forward, he lowered his eyes this time, looked for a player, didn't just blaze it forward, and that's where the result is a short kick, but right on the chest to tell you what, I'm coming in if you're a forward.
Benjamin Smythe, the 8 touches last week, 80th game for the Green Ants. Love to dob this one through on the left boot, kicks a bit of a shank, to be honest, off the side of the boot. And Palmerston will pick it off, so still no score, 6 minutes gone in this one.
And conditions are perfect. It's dry, there's no wind, it's a little hot, but there's no sun, so there should be some big scores in this game once things get sorted out.
Ball dribbles out wide.
A million players are around the ball here, aren't they?
McDonald, handball just missed the target. Edmonds will have to go and get it. Handball over the top now. Fletcher, can they work it out? This next kick, they can't. We'll get a throw in.
And this is a good ground to watch football on. You can see the whole ground. It's a nice solid ground. It's probably the second best one behind 2A, to be honest. It's a good ground to watch a game of footy on.
Back in a play, McDonald dominant in the ruck for Pine this season. And Crosley hasn't been in there especially. Ball out again. So smart there. Stevens kicks down the full. Might have been touched off the boot, but
well, the runner gave the signal to the umpire, so I figured he must have said, yep, that's right.
So Palmy will get the ball back here. Edmonds.
He's looking for a short pass. His eyes are darting left and right, but he's got nothing. He's going to have to kick to a contest, I think.
Another one back into the side now. Wearing the lead, he'll go down the line. It's all Green Ants sitting down here. Can they win a bit of territory, Palmerston, even get a stoppage at least? Ball bounces out towards the boundary line. McDonald goes back to get it, but we'll have another throw. Not a bad result for Palmerston, still no score.
And Pine are definitely playing this commentary wing on this side here, and Palmy playing the other wing, so that's why there's so many players on this side. They can just run back and defend that spot fairly quickly.
So Ford will have to do the ruck work against McDonald. Not an easy task. So we see there, McDonald just bullying him in the middle there. Coming out is Bear. He'll go forward. Palmerston have flooded numbers back, but offhand's going to be a dangerous little equation to work out. They do eventually by hand, but sweeping through is Rowe. He can go on goal, and James Rowe just misses.
Almost for the highlight reel, that one. James Rowe just did beautifully front and centre, picked the ball up, just didn't quite finish it, but he was a good passage to play.
Looks dangerous today, James Rowe.
He does. He's got the ball on a string, hasn't he?
He does. Being a star this season, one of the better players in this NTFL competition. Douse it down the line. Trying to find Kavanagh, wasn't able to hold on to it. Once again off hands, can this little mosquito fleet of Magpies get in and under? They can't. Pint will go forward again, dribbling ball, pressure on here. Bounces out wide and they work it out well by hand. Over to Fletcher, outran his man and then got it moving in the direction of Wilson. He'll try to stretch his man. Well, Sean Wilson, big contest to win here. Love to hold it up, they do eventually.
Great work, Sean Wilson.
Wilson just tried his hardest. Once again, another effort affects a kick. Sean Wilson doing all he can for this Palmerston side, and they work it out. Davey now with his first chance of the night goes forward, and there's Magpies to raffle it out. They do. Now to Edmonds. He's got another man back inside. Bremner can straighten up and can put the first through for Palmerston. What a start for the Magpies.
Fantastic. And a lot of that was due to, I mean, it was a great goal in the end, but a lot of it was due to just the pure guts and determination and effort of Sean Wilson here on this wing. He just kept at it. Then the ball got cleared and went over to Pine. He affected the tackles as well, so congratulations to him. But I think he probably felt every bit of his 30-odd years when he ran for that ball that time because he was chasing pretty hard. Yeah,
he did, but he didn't look at Shawnee Wilson. No. That was a massive contest to win, and you're right. He was able to win at the crucial moment. First inside 50 for the night. The Magpies, and it leads to a goal. Harry Bremner.
Pretty good, almost a carbon copy of the game that you saw last time, so let's hope they can just keep it up this time and get another couple on. Pine are going well. They've had dominance across this back line. Their forward line's not quite working yet, but I think that it will. They just seem to be blazing it forward, and as you quite rightly in the call, we talked about the mosquito fleet of the Magpies defenders.
All back up in the middle. Oh, dodgy. After Pint literally having all of the play in this first 10 minutes of footy, it's Palmerston who get the first goal. Much like that first clash in round 7, we're going to see a Palmerston free kick in the middle of the ground.
I didn't really see what it was for. Was shepherding, no saying? I couldn't see it, but umpire's close to the home.
Fox had Kavanagh on short. We'll give it to Dowsett instead, who can float one out wide. Wharf will sit under it now.
Pretty good kick from Dowsett, really.
It was. Can unlock a kick forward. Big contest to win. Just bounced out the back. Clever at ground level now, sweeping onto it. Kick to the top of the goal square. Oof. This one will stretch all comers, but it will be touched through for a behind.
In the last 2-3 minutes, they've looked really good, Palmy. That's given us some confidence.
They have. Able to score from both entries so far. Pint now under a little bit of pressure. Davey will look to inflict. Wilson again will try to win the contest. Slapping forward. McDonald picks it up. Finds a target wide. They'll work it out by foot here, the Green Ants. Oh. His kick just inches over the top to Waitman, who can get it going forward now.
A kick forward, that's great.
It's a 3-on-3, big contest to win. Watch Truan out the back. He'll run onto it, Jack Truan. This will be special stuff from Jack Truan. Was never in doubt.
Fantastic play from Pine and finished off beautifully by Truan. He just wanted to win that ball, wanted to get that goal. There was no way he was going to be caught on that one. So that's for the highlight reel, that one. But Pine, once again, very strong off this back line. Got the ball moving forward. It probably end-to-end in less than 5 seconds, so coast-to-coast almost, and fabulous goal for Pine to get them back within a couple of points, 1 point.
Yeah, you're right. Just inched over the back for the Green Ants, and then they had the numbers, and Jack Truan, that's his bread and butter. He's made a name for himself up here by doing that sort of thing, and was able to put through his first of the night.
And he had a lot of space. He seemed to be on his own a fair bit there until they closed him down. But when he was clear, he was able to get himself set, and good pace too as he ran forward.
He's a classy player, Jack Truan. First season with Pint coming across from the Wanderers. He's making his presence felt. So Pint get their first of the night. 12 minutes into this one, they lead by a point. The umpires
Another free kick.
Pick something off in the middle.
Another free kick to Palmerston out of the middle. Must be more than one people in the square, I know.
Left football comes out, all alone. Sitting there was Wilson Fletcher. Might just be too far out to score, so he's going to have to inch a kick out towards the pocket. Numbers are with the Green Ants, so you'll expect the pressure to come. Bremner couldn't pick it up. Got one going forward. Stevens was on the scene. And Archie Stevens, classy as always, finds a target out wide, and Pine can reset again.
Now Wilson could have taken a few steps forward, run a bit hard, run down the line a bit to try and get the angles a bit different. And if they try and do a few of those things, it'll make it a bit tougher for the Pints defence.
Pressure on. Bremner did well to almost force a turnover. And this kick's going to be hurried out, so you'd expect it to come back in. Davey will be over there. He'll work it out with teammates. Munich as well. Fletcher back inside 50 on the left. Can they find a target down there? bouncing off hands. No one's able to mark it. Kick goes high. Umpire will find a free kick, and PINT will be the beneficiary.
So attractive football from Palmerston there, trying to get the ball forward, and they just need that big marking forward down there.
Kick out wide. PINT using every nook and cranny of this ground, trying to stretch them as far as they can. Schwarzenberg.
He's done well there. He's done well there. He's picked him out on his own.
Bates just had to inch the kick there in front of Bear, but it was spoiled out of bounds, and we'll get another stoppage on the far wing.
Yeah, PINT to attack again now. What can they do here? They'll be looking to get some reward for the effort. With only 1 goal on the board now, they'll be pretty keen to get another 2, at least they can, before quarter time.
So Palmerston are still searching for their first ever win in Men's Premier League against PINT. It's never happened. PINT obviously been in the competition for a little period of time, but Palmerston would love to get the monkey off the back, and they've certainly taken it up to him in the first 15 minutes of this game. Ball bouncing out to the only goal scorer in Bremner for Palmerston, but he was dispossessed, so they'll go through the middle of the ground here in Ogden. Want to continue the form out wide. Eventually he does. Finds Smith.
He's got 2 or 3 players on the overrun, yep.
Kick was meant for Schwarzenberg, but they weren't quite sure where, because the kick was poor, and we'll get another throw in. So Palmerston's pressure, we have seen, and I did mention earlier, Dodgy, they love to bring the pressure in that first quarter. It's just, can they sustain it?
Yeah, they're using the hip and shoulder well. As soon as there's a ball spill, they're all over it. So it's a good effort so far. Let's hope they can keep it up, as you say, and that's been their trademark when they've had good passages of play. It's been that hard hitting.
Back in a play. Edmonds will go in hard.
Ooh, that's
almost
gutsy.
taken without it. Fletcher again. Done well, but not well enough, and we'll get another boundary throw in.
And Fletcher's doing well out there. He's been all over it. He's probably got 5 or 6 positions at least in this quarter.
So's Edmonds wearing the helmet number 7. Jim tried to get on the move. Fletcher again on cue. Was mauled by about 3 green ants, but somehow they continued to get it rolling forward. Just be a territory game. Fletcher in there again. McDonald to slap it forward. Kick to where it came from. Bouncing out towards the boundary, and Frith trapped it out. We'll get another throw in right in front of us here, Dodgy.
Yeah, look, and there's plenty of players around the ball, but once again, as we said, Palmy doing really well around the packs, and they're just holding them up, which is no easy feat against PINT, who the big scoring side they are.
It's only the 1 loss so far in season 25-26 for PINT.
They've been the surprise packet for mine. They've come out of the blocks and just dominated their games.
Yeah, they have. Not many would have tipped them to be on top at this point in the competition, but they've come from a long way back. Hoping to get another one here, but Palmerston are looking good. They'll go out wide. They've got runners on that far side if they can just link up a little bit. Davey, always good with ball in hand. Left foot isn't. Put the curse on him and eventually turn it over. So
commentator's curse. Definitely. And that's been the problem. Once they get sort of in that sort of half-forward area, they haven't been able to get it further down, and they've just got to work there a little bit, because they PINT are very strong across that back line. Their back 6 are super strong.
So, fine shot. Zoned off well here, the Magpies.
He's got nowhere to go. He's going to have to go to a contest. He's going to have to go down the line, I think, to a contest.
Watch Kavanagh here, the big man for Palmerston, 34. He'll be looking to pick it off. Had to deal with his own teammate.
Got in the way. Get out of the way, man.
He did. Doused it, slapped it. A few little volleyball tricks there from the Magpies, getting it in their visceral direction. But once again, we're going to have what you think is a stoppage. That one was kept in. Shot again. We'll have to go back and get it. Edmonds was on his case. Running through there cleanly, was forward. Puts him inside 50 now. Can they get one here? But another intercept mark. And Schwarzenberg is roaming down there.
He's playing the American quarterback position very well, isn't he? That the style of being able to clean up everything coming forward. Schwarzenberg, he's just in everything.
So
he and Rowe have basically got that back line sorted out very well.
Have to switch again here, PINT. Locked him up well here. They've got a man just come off the bench. They'll try to find him. That kick's a poor one. Edmonds will try to cut it off. All of a sudden, that should be a high tackle. All of a sudden, PINT's foot skills are just letting them down a little bit.
And it's cruel, isn't it? If you're on the back line and you turn the ball over like that, it's going to put you under a huge amount of pressure, whereas on the forward line, it just is a muffed kick.
Well, they need to here, Palmerston. Dodgy, they need to put them under pressure.
Yep.
Need another score for all this hard work. Goes inside 50, but again, it's going to be turned over just from that entry kick.
Just almost kicked it to the PINT player. I'm not sure where he was trying to go there.
Work it out wide. Schwarzenberg brought his name plenty early.
Well done.
It's a beautiful kick out wide. We'll find Timms. Young fella goes forward in front of Truan, who's got runners on. When they go quick and fast, they look hard to beat. That's an inside ball. Almost good enough. Will bounce. And still sit. Opportunity here coming through with Barry. He'll just have a pot shot on goal. Why not?
Why not? When you can kick it like that.
Jai Barry nails it.
Yeah, look, and that was just a terrific bit of play. And once again, the PINT players showing their class there with just knowing what to do when the ball goes forward. And I think they've started to get their forward line worked out a bit here.
Yeah, just played in between the arcs.
Yeah, look, Palmerston, as you said, put a lot of pressure on going forward. Didn't get a reward for that, and they've got to work out once they get that ball and it to the half forward line. Just look for a player. Don't just bomb it forward and let an easy clean-up kick happen, and they'll be a lot better if they can do that.
Jai Barry only had the 7 touches last week, 10 tackles. Brings the pressure to the game, and you get reward for effort when you do that.
And he'd be bruised and sore for the rest of the week, wouldn't he? 10 tackles.
He would have been, but that's the effort that these PINT boys are putting in. It's certainly lifted them this season. So we're going to see. Could it be another free kick?
Another free kick. It's the same thing, and I can't. Trying to work out where it's going wrong for PINT there.
So the third centre bounce free kick for Palmerston. Need to take advantage. Going forward here, the kick's really wide. It didn't favour teammate anywhere. Trust Wilson to try to come through and create something, but it'll go out of bounds. You know, the umpire see this one, it'll be a throw in.
Yeah, so plenty of players around the ball here. So let's just see if Palmy can get one here. They've got got their mosquito fleet of runners all ready to pick up the ball, see if it goes short. They really need to get a goal to keep the scoreboard pressure on, to keep themselves back in the game. Maybe there's any goal in it. They've had plenty of the footy and haven't been able to score here.
Time on in this first quarter. 3 goals to speak of. Another free kick coming out of the middle. This time it'll go to the green and gold. Donald again. Short. Truan. Kick the first. Set up the last. Got men inside as well. Can they expose them here on the bounce late?
He uses the ball so well, Truan. He just puts it straight on the chest of his teammates.
Get it out wide. Now they go long. Kavanagh will have to fly and set well.
Well done.
Good intercept mark there from the general Liam Kavanagh.
Big kick down he needs. He's turned it over though.
Truan puts it back in now. Kavanagh again sitting out the back. Davey just touched it for him, but Kavanagh will put it back to where it came from this time. Finds a teammate in Rosengren, whose kick is an absolute mung. And we'll get another throw.
He was looking in the right direction, but the foot just went the wrong way. As you called it. What do you call it? A mung?
I called it a mung, Dodgy.
A mung. I like that. I'll have to put that one in the vocabulary.
It was a shank.
It was definitely a shank.
We'll get another throw in.
It's probably just about to take us to siren time, I would think. But there's a chance here for Palmy. They've still got a slightly in attack, but ball's out again.
Saw Tyrrell after that goal. So disappointed that they gave up one late.
Yeah.
Be spewing if they gave up another one here. They've been done so well to keep it within one goal.
He's a passionate coach, Mark Tyrrell. He was at Tigerland as the assistant coach for a couple of years, and he's a ripper guy and a really good coach. But certainly he's emotional. Sometimes you can hear him from up here.
Yeah, you certainly can. Passionate man. Just wants this Magpie side to do well.
He played in the last premiership side too, Palmerston.
Back in a plate. Edmonds kicks it into his own teammate and signals the end of the first quarter here at Cazalys Arena. Not much to speak about, but it's a 1-goal PINT lead. Bremner kicked the first for Palmerston, and then Truan and Barry kicked the last 2 as we're going a quarter time with what hasn't been much to report, but if you're a Palmerston supporter, you'd be really happy to be still in this one.
Well, you would, and you're watching AFL NT's coverage of the 225-26 TIO NTFL season live here on NT News and Community TV from Cazalys Palmerston. We're back after this short break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Cazalys Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Cazalys has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at cazalySNT.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. King for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this thing. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to AFLNT's coverage of the 225-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 11 clash from Cazalys Arena on Larrakia Country here in Palmerston, where it's a quite close game. There was only a few points in it, really, Rocky, and it was an interesting start to the game.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't one of the more impressive quarters we've ever seen. It was played in between the arcs and some fairly unforced errors between both sides. I'll be hoping to shape that up as we move into the second quarter of footy here at Cazalys Arena. Ball back underway. McDonald in there doing battle. Edmonds flicked the handball out now to Fox, who can get him moving forward. Here, bouncing out towards the other Fox in Spencer. Wilson digging in hard as he always does. Fox goes back and get it. Wilson did well. Frith back to Wilson now. A little build up here. They go inside 50. Kicks wide of Bremner. Almost found the boundary line, but sweeping off hard there was Maloney, and he can reset them.
And I was watching Coach Mark Tyrrell at quarter time. He was very animated with his players, telling him to stick deep, and there were a chance to go on here and keep going. They just must keep the effort up.
Bounces off Bremner's hands, and it'll be a throw-in, but in Palmerston's forward 50, and yeah, you're right, Dodgy. You'd be impressed with the start, but it's this second quarter here, this next 20 minutes. How can they sustain what they built in the first quarter?
They've been able to shut the PINT run down when they've gone forward, and I think that's the key so far, but the same thing's happening to them at the other end, so it's, as you see, a game being played between the two arcs.
Back in a play, McDonald. Bounced off hands. Hurried kick from Smith.
Going nowhere, really, but
Davey just dropped the mark, unlike him. Will bounce back to get it. Forces a handball out. Back to Davey. Missing two of his fellow Davies tonight.
Great mark.
But a strong mark there coming from Rosengren. So he can put it back inside 50 now. Bremner coming at it hard. Bounced out the back of him. Opportunity at ground level now. Bouncing out towards Morgan Morris, who can straighten up and have a pot shot, Morgan Morris. But everybody's been swept out there, as we see behind.
And he had probably a bit more time than he knew there, but that's probably, you don't know unless your teammates tell you. He could have taken a couple more steps and straightened up, but it was a good effort to get the ball forward like that, and they've done it from a turnover.
Would have been the ideal start in this second quarter.
PINT just a bit stagnant now. He's going to have to go straight down the middle. He kicked it 60 metres straight down the middle, though. It's a fair kick.
Fist from Kavanagh, again to advantage. Cute little kick. Had Fox on short, elected to go in the direction of Bremner. Here's Fox now from the boundary line. Oh, it would have been an unbelievable finish.
It deserved a goal. It was a great bit of play, but just caught the side of the woodwork. But Palmerston putting all the pressure on early.
Spencer Fox. Can you imagine? Just slapped in the woodwork. PINT, have to see another day, but the pressure is on here, down the line. Trying to go backwards, Frith. Disguised it well. Might get the disposal on the turnover, so he does. Now Edmonds. Bit of run and carry here from the Magpies. You love to see it, but it's just an unforced error when they didn't need to. Coming hard with the tackle was Rosengren.
It was an unforced effort, but it was a terrific effort to put the stop on the ball like that. PINT, they just threw themselves at it, and it was just worked out for them. But they are looking impressive so far, Palmy, in this quarter.
Slapped out of the ruck tap. All numbers with PINT. They just walk it out with ease. Switching the play. Good fist coming there from Davey. He'll get the ball back here. We'll have to work hard. Just coming up against a classy, silky player in Schwarzenberg, who showed all that class there. A little snap around the corner. Truan, inside dart. Finds a teammate, easy as that.
And that's what they haven't been doing so far, PINT. They just picked out the player, put it right on his chest and lowered the eyes and looked for the fall. And he's passed it off. No, he has passed it off.
He has, and a 50-metre penalty, and shake of the head, and Mark Tyrrell will launch from his box in the bench because Dowsett just gives away a goal when they had all the play.
Easiest goal that you're going to get in football, that one from PINT, so that gives them their third on the board there, and the 3 goals to 20 versus 1 goal to 9, and unfortunate because that's a coach killer, that one. I can see Mark Tyrrell walking around there like a caged lion, not very impressed at all. Walked away from the box.
Yeah, and Dowsett's been dragged.
Yep.
Copper goodie for there from Mark Tyrrell.
As we said, very passionate man, and showed all of his passion just there. I don't think the mic picked that up, thank goodness. Back in the centre again now, so we've got a chance for them to regroup and go forward again.
Spiteri kicks a goal. He gets his first of the night. Going in, it was Fletcher. Did well. Edmonds flicked it up now. And they wrestle back a bit of momentum. Frith. They've had all of it in their second quarter. Just couldn't afford to give that one away. Might be costly, but certainly dominated in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, just keep at it, Palmy. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Bouncing back. Frith again. Being good, the young fella. Moves well out of the middle. Rolling forward. He's going to have to try to pick one out of a few green ants. Bremner offering enough up there. Taps it forward.
Well, didn't he?
Going backwards champion.
Just too many players there, but he did well standing his ground there, Bremner.
Marr will get it out to Ogden. Players wide. Bouncing footy in front of Waitman, who passed off the last one. Gets dumped in this tackle. How will the umpire see that one? Holding the footy, so can they use it a little bit better here, Palms? They just need to find off a short target. They've been kicking a Bremner down forward. He's just had way too many defenders hanging off him.
And Lockie, the Palmerston tackles have been great, haven't they? The tackle count be right up. The pressure's high.
Absolutely. Chippendale. Short.
This is the one. This is the one. He's got to find a player here or get the ball moving very quickly.
Fletcher was able to pick one off in there. Needle in a haystack.
Just went through the big fella's hands and into the big marking forward, and he's going to have a shot. He's probably 35 out directly in front, so not to put the curse on, but he should be a good chance here.
Yeah, that needle was Declan Barnett. He was able to come up strongly, and he has a really good chance here.
This will make it interesting.
Needs to put this one through, you'd think. Barnett, in he comes here. Kicks on the way, but just misses. Opportunity goes begging.
Yeah, they've got to get those. In a game today where there's only been, 4 goals kicked, you've got to kick every opportunity. It's a real arm wrestle out there now. I mean, I know it's not the prettiest football, but this is a sort of footy that Palmerston will be pretty happy to be played because they're stopping the point run.
Yeah, you're right. Dodgy. Just that arm wrestle between the arcs. So who's going to be better by foot and who's going to bring the pressure? That ball, once again.
I thought it bounced off the ground, that ball, but obviously the umpire didn't see it that way.
Back inside.
Oh,
another diving
15?
mark.
It's about 14 in a quarter.
I think there is a gale force breeze out there, but it could not be more perfect conditions for footy. Archie Stevens.
And it's stagnant. They've got nowhere to go. He's going to have to kick back to try and get a switch on and change the angle.
They're not against switching the play here, though, Pint. I don't mind it. It is a better option than just kicking down the like Palmerston have been doing. Stevens now will try to pick one out through the middle, and they can start to get a bit of a run on here. Stevens asks for it back. Barry says no. And
it's been a free kick, I think. Paid
we'll
to.
Just see another 50, I think.
Against who was that? Mark Tour will tell us. We just wait for a second. The coach's bench is right in front of us here in the commentary position, so we can see exactly what's going on. But it's a 50-metre penalty again. The coach killer.
Yeah, looks to be Jai Barry, who will get a chance at number 2.
Really hard for us to see what the 50 was for, but it must have been desertion or something going on out there. There was no protected area.
So Barry comes in, rolls on the left. Can he make him pay at the other end? He can't. He finds Wood and another behind. Jai Barry making the most of the 50-metre penalty. So Palmerston will get the footy back in what's been a low-scoring affair. 8 minutes gone in the second quarter.
So what can they do here, Palmy? They're looking to try and keep the ball moving out of that back line as quickly as possible and just keep possession. They've got to maintain possession here, otherwise they're going to be in a position of being able to have a goal kicked against them.
Unlike Pine, it just seems like all Palmerston numbers have floated to one side of the ground. They really don't have anything on, even if they wanted to switch. They're forced to stay on that far side of the wing and pick off short little ones.
You're right, Lockie. They're going to keep playing the fat side because they can't come out. They've got nowhere to go.
Eventually, you're going to miss one. It sends Pine back into attack here, and they've got men just queuing up. Spiteri gets on the end of it, and he'll back himself to go back and get number 2 of the quarter.
Not to be too harsh, but it's almost like watching a junior footy game where they all run towards the ball instead of trying to hold position and keep to the game plan. Palmerston, I mean.
Yeah, well, it's just that play, Dodgy. They all push to one side, and they are able to chip it around for a period of time, but eventually, like we saw there, it's going to come unstuck.
It has to. The law of averages say that you're going to turn one over, and they did. And when they do, of course, it's a shot on goal.
Spiteri makes them pay.
Makes no mistakes there. He's a great kick for goal, Spiteri, and that's their fourth on the board there. Is it the fourth or third? Fourth.
Yeah, fourth of the game. Spiteri, second of the quarter.
Spiteri is the one forward I think he's probably shown some dominance on the ground today, and it's a shame for Palmy, who did all the hard work, but just as you said, they didn't have anywhere to go when they had the ball. They were looking to try and switch it, but there was no one there, so they've got to get that worked out pretty quickly. But it's still a ball game on now. It's 27-10, so it's not too far. It's not too far to come back, but they just need to get a couple of goals or a goal or two to get some reward for it. They haven't kicked a goal since about 5 minutes in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's been 4 straight to Pint. Spiteri gets his 15th goal, season 25-26, just in his 4th game. He's exploded onto the scene. Out of the middle again. You'd imagine he'd get another chance bouncing forward, but Davey was good enough and clean enough to get it out to Frith again, who finds space.
Davey's been good down there, hasn't he? He's just always repelling whatever he can and being the lead-up mark.
Edmonds will go long
that's
now.
A big kick.
2-on-1, sitting down there, and the two, as Dodgy said, it's a law of averages. It's usually going to work out that way. Good sweeping mark from short. Can find Rowe in the middle, and they've got options on if they're able to find that one. Edmonds.
I don't mind that long kick forward, though, from Palmy. They've got not a lot of options, so they might as well try a couple of those havoc balls and see what happens.
Out wide. Handball under a lot of pressure. Sweeping through on the left, though, was Rosengren. This one kicks sweetly.
Fantastic goal.
And Jordan Rosengren gets goal number 2 for the Magpies.
I didn't think he was going to get anywhere near it, but that was a fabulous kick, and that certainly throws the cat amongst the pigeons there, because that puts the scoreline right back within Kiwi for the two sides, and that's the sort of brilliance you can do. And when it's a low-scoring game like this one, that you're always in it, so they've got to keep working, keep doing the things they're doing. Pint, they look like they've got all the answers, but just haven't dominated on the scoreboard. They've only kicked 4 goals, 3:27 to half a quarter gone in the second quarter, so 2-4 to 4-3 is a very low-scoring game.
Jordan Rosengren in his second NTFL game.
I think that'll be on the highlight reel for later in the season, and Nichols Medal Night, I think that might be one that's highlighted in the games.
Yeah, really good goal there on the left from Rosengren, and that's what they needed. They needed something out of nothing, and they created it there, so they get their first goal since the 10-minute mark of the first quarter.
And that's what makes our game so great up here. The conditions lend themselves to every now and again a big kicking goal like that one.
Back in the middle, 11-point game.
Pint dominating in the middle at the moment.
Going forward, bouncing off hands. Numbers with Pint here if they can find the handball back to Stevens. He'll get it eventually. Flicked it out wide. Clever handball. Was able to get it forward. Numbers will come at it. No one able to bring it down once again. So bounce out wide. Work it out well here to Wolf.
Terrible kick.
Coming through hard. Fletcher forced it. Wouldn't be disheartened at that, though. He came hard at the footy, Fletcher.
He did it fairly. Yeah, he did it fairly. It was just one of those tough contests that we get in footy.
Ogden made to earn it. Earn it he did. Goes forward here, but sitting all alone was Kavanagh. Spilt the mark when he didn't need to. They still clear the danger.
Kavanagh, I think he thought he was under pressure there. He just punched the ball forward instead of marking it.
Schwarzenberg, kick smothered. Tapped it forward cleverly to Stevens, who can put him back into attack now. Kavanagh will come from the back with the spoil. Gets it, picks it up. And they move it out wide now to Rust.
It's just the little things that Palmerston are not doing. They're not calling. They're not telling their players they're clear, and they're just giving away those 50-metre penalties. That's what's keeping Pint pretty much in the game, I think.
Edmonds down the line, but it's just that kick there. Can't afford to turn it over that position of the ground, because Pint have been so good at either switching a play or bringing it through the middle of the ground like they have here. They've got numbers out wide. Contest came from Frith. He won't stop trying. Ball goes in to the forward 50, and another uncontested mark down there. It's Truan this time. He'll line up for goal number 2.
And Truan just gets himself clear, doesn't he? He's one of those players. He's a bit like Brody Fowler at Tigers. He's always in a good position when he needs to be, and allows him to run onto the ball and get some what looks like easy kicks, but it's always hard work he does around the ground that gets him there.
So he kicked 23 goals last year for the Wanderers. Jack Truan certainly taking a step back in that department. Would he be much happier to get a few more wins on the board, and he'll be happy to be kicking goals in PINT colours. Jack Truan gets goal number 2 of the night.
It's probably the pickup of the year for PINT to get him across from Wanderers. I don't know how or what happened with discussions, but he's relished the move over here with the better ball skills perhaps than he had over there. No disrespect to Wanderers, but it's just a different sort of setup and tie. And he's playing a different role here, to be fair too.
Yeah, he is. You're right, a different role here. We saw he was pretty much the focal point of the Bucks offense last year. This time he's taken a bit of a backward seat to your Spitieris and your other key forwards that have been down there, but he's sort of relished not having the main defender every week, and he's able to get goals like that, which exactly what you want as a small forward who Jack Truan is. He's kicked goal number 2, margin back out of 17 points.
And you're watching AFL-NT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season, live on NT News and Community TV.
Morgan Morris spilt the handball. Kavanagh again sitting back there, juggling, soccering, slipping, and eventually just feeding it out to a few hungry green ants, but we'll get another ball up.
It's hard to pick a best player on the ground. I think you'd give it to if you could give it to the Maltese, you give it to the back line of PINT. They're just so strong. Every time the ball comes down there, they just seem to be able to repel pretty quickly. And the goals at Palmy have got to be doing something spectacular.
Ball going forward, but just trapped it well there. It was Cade Chippendale.
He's just looking. He's got nowhere to go because there's no players moving it away from where the contest is.
Down the line. Fist calm. Hope to keep this in, but eventually we'll get another throw in just in front of us here on the interchange gates.
Yeah, look, and yeah, all credit to Palmy. They are playing the game that they have to play against PINT. They're known as the hard-running side, but they just got to work out what happens when there's a break in play. Where do they go? Where do they kick to? Where's their runners? Where's their goals going to come from?
Loves to get one late. McDonald back in the middle. Edmund smothered that. And we'll get yet another throw in.
Tough day at the office at the moment for the PINT boys. They're just being stopped every time. They're sapping the energy. And that sort of stuff, constantly being able to be hit like that does sap the energy out. It's going to be an interesting second half, that's for sure.
Yeah, a tight contested affair. Keep going forward now. One-on-one contest in the middle. Plenty of PINT players, but we should see a free kick go the way here at Palmerston. It'll go to Joel Munich. He was tunnelled in the contest, so...
It almost should be 50 that. He hasn't given it back straight away, and that's a call that, sometimes they make.
So Munich too far out to score. He'll have to pick one off. Goes to the top of the goal square in a predictable moment, but chance at ground level.
Oh, just straight up
rolling
in the air.
wide. A kick will be offline from forward, and there'll be plenty of PINT players waiting to intercept it. One of them is Thomas Schwarzenberg. He's been in absolutely everything down there.
Yeah, Schwarzenberg and Truan have been two of their best out there for PINT, that's for sure.
Ryan. McDonald. Got one short. We'll go longer down the line to Truan, and he's a beautiful kick from the big man. Now Truan will release. He'll just take off and go like a little road runner. Rolls it out wide. Not a great kick to Stevens. Wharf picks it off now. Handballs to nobody. He's got to win a 1-on-3. You wouldn't think that'll work. Stevens now over the top.
I was just watching the ball bounce there, Lockie. It's very dry, this ground, considering how much rain we've had. They've done a great job in keeping it in good shape. For those interstate viewers, we've had a very early wet season. In fact, we've had a cyclone and a bit of a monsoon burst, but the grounds are holding up well.
A 50-metre penalty.
50-metre penalty against PINT this time.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first one against them tonight. They've had 2 for them, and it's going to put him right within scoring distance here.
A good chance now to get a bit of payback if you're Palmerston. It'll be Cade Chippendale. You'd think this one just has to go through.
It has to. The chance, the amount of times they've actually been in front of goal, they haven't dominated, so they need to get this one through and get some scoreboard pressure back on PINT.
In his Premier League debut, Cade Chippendale kicks straight. Watch the boys get around him.
What a fabulous kick for goal. And is his first game, did you say? That's fantastic. I mean, good on you, young fellow. It's great to see young players like that come in, just don't think about anything, just go through the motions, go through their lead up, know what they're going to do, and kick through the ball beautifully. Makes it look easy, doesn't it?
He does. Might be asking a few of the boys. That's how it's done.
Yeah, did you see that?
So they're back into the game here, Palmerston. It's back to an 11-point margin.
And if you're Mark Tyrrell and the coaching crew over there, they'd be pretty happy with the way things are going. And Sean Wilson, I can see he's making a few notes and making a few suggestions. So I think it's a good effort from Palmy so far. Obviously they're making some mistakes, as we call, but they've been able to stem the flow for PINT, not allow them to play the game they want. We're almost into time on in this second quarter.
Chippendale, another one of their juniors coming through.
Future's bright with young fellas like that, young players like that.
Absolutely. Rowe to McDonald. Those two have been in it all year. Frith did well to get arms around the big man. Umpire just letting play go here, forcing a handball out wide. Bear can straighten up and kick inside. Beautiful kick. Arms may have been chopped to Stevens. Had to go down and get it on hands and knees. They've been dispossessed. The umpire's letting plenty go, but he won't let that one break free as might try to take advantage, but I don't think the umpire will let it go unless he will.
He's paid it, yep. And that's the answer, and that's where I guess at the end of the day the clash between the two different sides is there, and they just kept the ball moving. And I guess it was just an unlucky tackle that went a bit high, but it was just the ball lead-up skills before that made it into that position.
Yeah, just forcing it forward. It has been all night. Hasn't been pretty.
It hasn't, but it's 5-3-39 to 2 goals for 22. So it's a close game on the scoreboard, but it hasn't been a high-scoring game for footy for sure. But this is a sort of game I quite like as a bit of a footy aficionado. I quite like watching these arm wrestles to see who's going to come out on top in the end.
Back up in the middle.
It's a big word, aficionado. You can use that if you like. So what was your game for? Munged it.
Mung. Dodgy. 4 letters as easy as it comes. Barely English. Ball going forward. Edmonds off hands. Classy, the young fella. Even dragged down while kicking to a teammate, but bounced over him. Schwarzenberg goes back now. We'll find Wilson, whose kicks picked off. Munich's
done well too. He's been in everything. He's got absolutely nowhere to go. He's going to have to go long or to a contest.
Davion short. Didn't go to him. Fletcher, been classy. Goes on the left. Big one-on-one moment here. How will this ball sit? Leading the race was a PINT defender. He did well to keep it in and get it to a teammate. It was a big moment to win. It seems like they've just won those little ones PINT. This ball's going to find Rosengren.
It's got 2 or 3 in the middle there if he can get that far. But he can get to it centre forward.
He's going to try all that. It's a long kick, sweeping across the front. Not able to bring it down, off hands again. Good tackle coming from the back, and the umpire will have it. So we're getting closer and closer to that sign.
But a better 4-0 forward that time from Palmy. They had some direction and looked like they knew where they were going with the ball, which is good.
The umpire's amazingly.
It's paid a free kick.
Going to pay a free kick in there. Not sure what it's for, but PINT will be the beneficiary, and that's just a coach killer. 50 metres too. Unbelievable.
It's got to be a bit going on off the ball here, a bit of desertion, and that's it's disappointing for Palmy because I mean it was just going into half time, and looks like there's another chance now for PINT to get another one.
Move it over by hand. Schwarzenberg got another one on wide. Can't find him. Running through though is Short, who can have a shot on goal. That one's long and it goes through. Murphy Short kicking truly
and kicking well, but every Palmerston player just watched them. They just stopped running. I don't know whether they realised that the ball had been playing on or what would happen then, but they certainly dropped their heads at that stage and just let them walk away with it, which, that's their 7th goal, so that's looking like a pretty strong scoring performance in this sort of game. 7 goals, 3:45.
Yeah, another goal from a 50-metre penalty. Just kills you.
I think that's two goals they've had and 1 shot on goal from a 50-metre penalty, so it's been a big turnaround for Palmy. It's been a big turn off for Palmy, I should say.
Bit going on in the middle.
There's a bit going on, isn't there? Be a free kick.
Wondering what the umpire's trying to do. We'll just have to get it on with it, but certainly a little bit going on off the ball.
I think it was a result from that previous free kick. There seems to be a bit of feeling about what happened before. We couldn't really see it from this far back.
So eventually, order will be restored back in the middle. Back underway. Bouncing through. Didn't have it there, Wilson, so he'll get the free kick.
The plan to get rid of that 6-6-6 rule can't come quick enough because that's the sort of thing where they could just put the ball up and get it playing where they had to wait for the 6-6-6, and that's caused a fight to go on.
Wilson dribbles it off the foot. Still might work going forward. Waitman just hacked out of midair. There was Smythe, and they're going to play a in danger free kick. So Palmerston will get the ball back as we approach 25 minutes gone in this second quarter.
At almost 50 metres.
So Alice. Once again, just have to settle for it down the line, and another 50-metre penalty. Just a bit willy-nilly on those, but Alice will take all he can. He'll stretch it long. Not a bad option, goes long.
Oh, he just needed a mark there.
Off hands, bouncing down. May have been taken without it. He was. Jordan Rosengren, you think, should get the free kick. No, it's going the way of the Green Ants.
Oh, yeah, okay. Enough said.
Rowe.
It's a strange decision sometimes.
Schwarzenberg, I'm with you, Dodgy. I'll say it as I say it. That was a free kick to Palmerston. I don't know how Pint got the ball there.
I thought it was going to be a shot on goal for Palmy. It probably should have been.
So Pint will exit down the line. Big pack of flies. Off hands, clever. Going forward.
Good kick.
Streaming in numbers. Spiteri will look to pick off a target. He's got men out the back. Couldn't find them. Had to go short. Probably should have gone long in the end. Able to get the handball out wide, and time will beat them as they go into half-time, the Green Ants, with a 23-point margin in what's been a really interesting second quarter of footy.
Look, 7 goals, 3-45 to 2 goals, 4, 22. And it's the scoreline, I guess, sort of shows the style that footy's been played at. But I think at the end, Pint's class came through, but a couple of really silly 50-metre penalties given by both teams, almost strange stuff, and there's a bit of feeling out there too, and I think a couple of things that Palmy need to clean up. They just need to be a bit clearer with their direction going forward once they win the ball. We've talked about that a few times, and also just talk to each other out there a bit, get a bit of team spirit going, get things going. But some pretty good players out there today. Obviously Truan and those players are doing very well, but it's an interesting second half coming up. Yeah, you're right, Dodgy. Your goal scorers quickly. Harry Bremner. Okay, Chippendale getting his first of Premier League footy. Jordan Rosengren as well for the Magpies. Jack Truan and Nell Spiteri both have 2, and Jai Barry, Murphy Short 1, and another one in there. Just before we get the name off. Just before we go to break, I know we're going to go to break now, but I'm just watching Mark Tyrrell. He's kept his players on the ground, and he's given them a fair earful already out there. So I think he's not too happy with what's going on around just the general stuff. Obviously the game plan's working pretty well, but it's just that silly stuff, the niggles behind the play, the running across the mark. So anyway, we're going into the second half, so we'll be back here straight after the break. Keep watching.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Cazalys Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Cazalys has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at cazalysnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. King for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring him up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it.
top-end footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way, top-end footy. Nothing comes close.
Mate, we were just saying, how many 50s? It's too harsh a believe. Yeah, that's just too many.
He is really an old style coach, isn't he, Tiz?
But that's a fail. I've seen him do that. Yeah, but no, it's okay to do it every now and then, but it wears off. Yeah. In this game or? Yeah. Number 40. Edmonds with the helmet.
He's hard to figure out. It's a hard. It's harder than this. It's hard to call because it's not this guy. Like he's not a scrapper. I actually quite like the game.
Yeah.
It's hard to call it.
Where are you tomorrow?
I'm going to go.
Hopefully it's the last photo.
Yeah. I might miss half the first quarter of that one.
Yeah. Oh, because it's been changed. But yes. Sorry.
Same
Not
time
just,
as
that's
Florida.
him. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Yeah, that's him.
I've lost it.
Oh, to go everywhere. What's the other sport reward about? Just doesn't less start.
Anything else you before? I hadn't seen him before. Yeah, he was in the game for start of the season. Like he'll do one.
Yeah.
We still got Butters to help with one other, so doing three.
Yeah.
Butters is good. Yeah. They'll bring Craig Morris back. Charges. Yeah.
Where for being...
Welcome back to the AFL-NT's coverage. Welcome back to the AFL-NT's coverage of the 225-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 11 clash from Cazalys Arena here on Larrakia Country, where Palmerston are taking on PINT, and it's a comfortable lead to PINT at halftime with a bit of an arm wrestle in that first half, Lockie.
Yeah, it was. Palmerston kicked the first of the game, but it was PINT who piled on a few there, and then 50-metre penalties for both sides allowed them to kick truly, but it was PINT who took the most of their opportunities, and you're right, they were able to kick 2 or 3 late in that second quarter, extending it to 23 points. So you'd think the first goal would be pretty big in this third quarter.
And if it goes to plan, Palmy have been pretty competitive in the first half of each quarter, so it'll be interesting to see if they can get 1 or 2 up just to get themselves back in this match. The first quarter and a half, PINT had problems with their centre square infringements. They were giving away 3 or 4 6, 6 and 6 infringements, too many people in the square. Just spoke to the umpire just quickly at half-time, and he said, it was just a mistake, I think, but they did it 3 times in a row. They seem to have got that sorted out now, and as you quite rightly said, there's been a couple of 50-metre penalties go against both sides, but probably more costly against Palmerston, cost them 2 goals at least.
Yeah, you're right. So both sides will be hoping to make up for that in this second half. Back underway. McDonald in the middle. Don't know if he even got hands to it. That one's thrown out, hidden. McDonald high. Someone's just got to sit under it. Sit under it, they did. A good mark there coming from Smythe, who will go quickly with the left. Spoil came from Dowsett. Rowe there. He was your unknown goal scorer in the first half, bouncing off hands. Edmonds been lively in the first 2 quarters. Smythe again, got to go get it. Davey will hope to come into the game a little bit more. Edmonds again. Just flicking around by hands. It's his next kick. Davey arches it back and did well.
Good play, Davies. He did a great job, didn't he?
Kavanagh out to Frith. Got the big McDonald bearing down on him. Has to go wide with a kick. Teammate under pressure, 2-on-1, spoiled out of bounds, so we'll get another throw in on the far side.
Not someone you want to see come bearing down your McDonald when you're a midfielder, that's for sure. You get that ball away pretty quick.
Absolutely not. Frith not attempting to take him on that occasion. 23 points the margin. As I mentioned, the first goal of this third quarter will be really interesting. Off hands. So that forward, Frith will go get it again. Has a knack for finding the footy. So does Edmonds. That kicks once again out of bounds, and we'll get another throw-in.
So the second half going along the same sort of lines as the first half, with just a dour contest, hard at the footy, not very pretty, but good to watch if you love football. It's just that in between the arcs, hard sort of arm wrestle each time. And that suits Palmerston because obviously Pint are big, used to kicking big scores, so we'll see whether they can actually dominate here. But at the moment they're within striking distance, Palmy. 23 points is not much in today's footy.
So Palmerston home game here at Cazalys Arena. It's the Pint fans that seemingly always turn out. There's a big contingent of them up on the deck cheering their boys who are having a fabulous season.
It's one of the best supported clubs in the league. They just travel with them, and we're looking forward to hosting them at Nightcliff next weekend because they're very good at spending the money in the canteen.
Yeah, Dodgy's loaded up the bar for any Pint supporters. Tuck in next week. Back into this one. We've got the ball back from the fence. Bouncing out wide. McDonald, so nimble for a ruckman. Rolling forward. Kicks to a contest. May have been held. Bounced out towards Alice. He was grabbed immediately and stopped in his tracks. So another ball up.
Umpires are going to get sore arms with this balling up going on. There's plenty of that.
Highly contested game of footy. Nobody's able to tap that one down. Handball out towards Wilson, soccering forward. Going in low was Fox. Did well, clean by hands. Can they get a bit of a run on here? Davies the perfect man to have it in the hands of. He
great kick forward too.
Kicks it out in front of, looks to be Munich. He'll have to go and get it. It's Rust, turns inside and out. Few minds. Good one to go back to Wharf. Back to Rust. And a good kick there inside and out of Kavanagh, who will just take him on, the big fella, but might have been the option. Got sniffed out, so turnover incoming. Davey trying to wrap up his man. Waitman went back and got it. Davey went low, and unfortunately a high tackle.
Unlucky there. Oh, great play.
Shot smothered.
Yeah, smothered and just turned his back and got the ball going forward.
Ward, Davey.
Unfortunate handball.
Not long enough with the handball, then kind of just gives up on it. As this kick goes out towards Rowe. He won't give up on anything. We'll try to get back onto his right now.
He's got so much space, isn't he, Rowe?
And turn and dance it into Spiteri's arms, who will be able to go back and have a chance at a triple.
It's amazing how much space he has. He doesn't have any players near him every time he goes near the footy, and it's giving him plenty of opportunities on goal and to set things up. Another goal assist here, possibly.
Really good at just finding short targets inside 50. These Pint Green Ants. Spitteri's got a chance for number 3.
As we said earlier, kick on goal.
Beautiful kick.
Beautiful goal.
Lined it up perfectly there, Noah Spiteri, and he made no mistake. He gets a triple, and the margin is now out to 29 points.
And that's exactly what Pint needed to do, come out there and assert early, get that first goal up. They have to play this short kicking game because of the way the game is being played. So it's they've adjusted. They generally like to kick long and to position, but they're not able to do that this afternoon or this evening with the style of game that is, and this ground obviously being as it is. So it's a good adjustment, and they're just starting to show the dominance now. Palmerston, they look good for a few minutes, but they just a couple of turnovers just kill them in the end. They've just got to work out how they can hold on that ball. The centre forward is where the problem is. They don't seem to be able to get past that centre forward line.
So Noah Spiteri played for Wodonga this year in that highly competitive Ovens and Murray League. Kicked 52 goals in 16 games, and he's making his presence felt here in the NTFL. McDonald now out of the middle. Will be searching for him again on the left boot. Rolling forward. Playing in front there was Rust. Handball out to Kavanagh again, sweeping through. Kick doesn't go far, but finds Edmonds, who will have to dance out towards Rust again. This kick going forward will dribble into the hands of Bremner.
This is the one. I've got to get this kick going.
Wharf just fumbled it when he didn't need to. Try to still get it forward, but unfortunately the pressure will come.
Look at all those Green Ants jumpers everywhere.
Going back there is Frith, diving on top of it. Umpire will have it back.
Yeah, there was just too many Pint players around the ball, and they're just too strong in that back line when the ball comes in like that.
Tap down. Handballed out. And they're released again. Schwarzenberg has runners. Even if he misses the handball, it still just finds a green and gold jumper. James Rowe always in the right spot. Handball's out wide. Schwarzenberg again. Wolf was on his trail. Just let him go and then dived on his back. And he almost waited for the umpire to pay something there. Wolf, unfortunately, was against him. Schwarzenberg forward. Falls in another lap of a teammate, and now they'll go short. Rowe again. Short again. Waitman again. Pint. So many numbers inside 50, and they'll get a chance at number 9.
And all their stars are starting to come into the game, and they're starting to stand up. And that's they get number 9 here. It's going to make it very difficult for Palmerston to come back.
Kyle Waitman. Classy player.
Famous name in football, Waitman.
13 touches last week.
Probably back before your time, Dale Waitman, but there you go. Back at Richmond days. Former Richmond captain and club champion.
Love to kick like him. Kyle Waitman dobs
kick.
it through, gets his first of the night, and they extend again. Pint inside 50 through Kyle Waitman.
Yeah, look, and that's just pure class that time going forward from Pint. They just looked for the players. They did the things they do so well each week, and we're starting to see the Pint game plan or the way they play come off very, very well here. And Palmy sort of running out of a few answers. They're going to have to just keep doing what they were doing in that first couple of quarters, Palmy, to stay in this game, and they've got to find a way to goal. That's where the strength. That's where they've dropped away. Just that centre-half forward line between wing and centre-half forward seems to be where they get the ball turned over. And Pint being so strong around those areas, if you do drop it short, they're so good to just jump on it and move it around. Their back six are probably the best in the league.
So he kicked 2 goals last week. Kyle Waitman gets on the board here as well. In the middle again, Frith dancing around, classy.
That's good.
A beautiful kick, but once again spilling the mark. Fox found Fletcher wide. That one's an errant kick.
And that's what happens every time they go forward. They have that errant kick, and it's cleared easily by Pint in front of the signs on the side of the ground there.
Bouncing towards Bates, but he was pushed under the footy. Down the line again. Numbers all with the Green Ants. So they can just sweep it up.
Raffle it off here. Whatever
Champion.
they want to do.
Handball's back. And shot will go over the top, and he'll find Murphy short. Who...
I can hear the Pint bench saying, "Look, tell them to look for the switch. Tell them to look for the switch." But I think they were too far out in that wing to do that.
Kick slightly inboard. It's good to a good area. Off hands, James Rowe. Right spot, right time. Over the top now, bouncing towards Waitman. He can settle. Roll in, and it's another dicey kick. Just picked off by Wharf, who did well. He's going to work hard out here. Wharf still bouncing towards the boundary line. Bremner will come with the pressure and will force a boundary throw-in.
Bremer just got there in time, otherwise that would go back to shot on goal again. Oh, that's a free kick.
Bit of confusion. Harry Bremner will kick.
Can't tell you what that's for, mate. It was right in front of us.
Interesting call, but karma may have been paid off as the...
Just turned it straight over.
Kick will find Brad Ryan.
Big kick to a contest.
Kavanagh again. Wharf cleaning up the mess. Handball to Rust. Pressure on him. Didn't go far. We'll get another throw in, and the umpires were getting pleaded to for a deliberate, but we should get another throw in.
Yeah. It's hard to get a deliberate when it's come out of a contest.
So 35 points the margin, 10 minutes gone in this third quarter.
And they're changing that rule next season, aren't they, where it's going to be the last person off, like they do in the WPL?
It should.
What do they call it, the lasso?
The lasso rule.
The lasso rule.
Should certainly be improvement to the game, you would hope.
Well, it'll stop some of this stuff. I mean, this is a one-on-one contest, but where it's, players just do it deliberately. As a backman, that's what you learn to do, but they're going to have to change the way they do things.
Yes, they will. So we'll get another throw in. 10.5 minutes gone. Pine have just extended. showed their class here in the third quarter, as he knew they would. McDonald out of the ruck. Handballed forward. Edmonds, Wharf, off hands. Direction of Klein. And we're going to get another throw in.
I think there's a free kick. No, there's a throw in. Yeah, you're quite right. Look, Palmerston, to their credit, they haven't given up. They're still trying to do their game plan, but at the moment they haven't got any answers to this this hard-running Green Ant small brigade that continue to push the ball forward to their forwards. And that's where the strength's been for PINT all year. That's why they're sitting clearly on top of the ladder and looking like a big contender for the end of the year finals.
Back inside. That round 7 clash. As we're going to see another free kick. It was PINT who led the inside 50s plus 38, and it's been a similar story tonight. They've had all the play inside their forward half. Rowe will unleash wide to Short, who goes with another long kick. Murphy Short defying his name and taking off aeroplane style. Murphy Short.
What a celebration. I love it. And what a goal. That was just fabulous. When he kicked it from, 60 out? Didn't deviate, just straight down there, and that's the class of that player. He's just able to do that sort of thing when he needs to. And there's been a couple of those goals today. One kicked by Palmy off that sort of distance, and now this one.
So Murphy Short proving that he can kick a long ball. Getting his second.
Short can kick long. Did I hear you just say that?
That was some like that dodgy little play on words. So Murphy Short, good player. Played in Port Douglas in Cairns this year and was a really, really good player in that competition.
And that's 10 goals, 363 to PINT. So that scoreline starting to get out of control for them. If you're a Palmerston supporter or player, 3 goals, 422. They've got to do something to arrest the run, but here they go again. They've got the ball going forward again, looking for a play down there.
Bouncing off hands, trying to bounce through a few PINT players. Wasn't enough, and another free kick and another opportunity. It'll be the man with the mo, Noah Spiteri.
A bit of stuff going off the ball again. That was that caused that free kick, I think. Umpire's right there. Not the time to do it.
Spiteri just takes off, doesn't waste any time. It's another long bomb, and it's another goal. Coming at ease now for the Green Ants. They extend again.
How good a kick is he? He's just brilliant, isn't he? He doesn't miss. I don't think he's missed one today. He's been brilliant.
It's his bread and butter.
How many goals he got?
He's kicked 4, Dodgy.
Kicked 4, and he's going on from a big season so far. So he's going to be, we're getting towards the pointy end of the season now. 2 games, or this one plus one more before the Christmas break, and then we're into the finals run. And he's going to be so important when it comes into finals, those big games with the pressure's on at TIO there. He's going to be the sort of player they're going to look to continue on as he is.
Yeah, he is. I didn't think he'd be the one to really stamp their authority. Didn't play a game until round 7 where he kicked 8. He's kicked 4 tonight.
It's an amazing debut, and he's gone on from there.
Edmonds tackled and another stoppage in the middle, but the last 15 minutes has all been PINT.
Yeah, PINT showing their dominance here, and it's that brilliance around the ground. That's been the strength of PINT all year.
Chippendale, his first game has been good. Kicked a goal. That kick's going to be picked off though. It's all numbers. Chasing a bit of tail now, Palmerston. But Rust will come through. Got one wide to Chippendale again.
And PINT coach Mark Wiley, he's done a great job with him this year. And I don't think anyone picked it. They didn't have such a good year last year, but he's just built the side around a few players. And there they go again towards goal.
Dangerous kick, clever little doubler around the side from Spiteri. It was dropped, but still made up for it. Hugo Timms, and the young fella is able to put that one through.
What an incredible passage of play from PINT there. They looked like they were defending, and all of a sudden they're attacking. So that's their 12th goal. And this is their 4th for this quarter, I think, which is a pretty impressive effort considering we're only halfway through the quarter.
They've taken off here.
They have. So you're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV.
So Hugo Timms kicked 3 last week. He's an under 17.5 player, and he's certainly not showing it. Just the 3 Premier League games this season, but that's his 6th goal. And he's certainly a sight to see if you're a PINT supporter. Those young players coming through and getting involved, and he's going to have plenty of opportunities when they get it out of the middle like this. Another bouncing ball forward. They're piling them on now. Truant almost off hands. Unlikely off ground. Tapped back. Once again, Stevens, quick handball. Just let his footing Waitman at the wrong time. Fletcher, dispossessed. Not a free kick. Had to go back and get it. And Wharf will just look to get it out of there.
Just kicking it forward, hoping to get some yardage, if you like, meterage, but PINT once again are all over it with their green edge jumpers everywhere.
Got to throw in just in front of the interchange gates. And saw Shawnee Wilson before just come to the boundary line and asked Terrell what's going on. It's they just have these passages, Palmerston, where they turn over the footy and they almost just turn off essentially, Dodgy.
They do.
They go on passages where they let the other team right off the chain, and it certainly doesn't help them. Seen it in the last 16 minutes.
You don't like to be too critical of the side, but they certainly have switched off, and there's nobody really showing. Perhaps some Wharf on the back line, Shawnee Wilson doing his best, but the rest have sort of dropped their heads, and as they've won a turnover here, and they've got a good kick forward.
Davey.
Always
to slow it down on the bench, but he's got forwards streaming in there. That's a beautiful kick from Davey on the left, and he finds the chest of Elijah.
Elijah should be able to get one back against the flow here and give them a bit of hope or a bit of confidence.
Doesn't back himself by the looks of it, Elijah Davey. So he'll just go short into the pocket, and there wasn't much doing. So it was out of the full, and PINT will get the ball back.
You've got to say, what the heck was he doing there, to be honest? Surely you kick to the podium, don't you? If you can't find a player.
It's just a nothing kick. Back inside now for PINT. Schwarzenberg. Love their run off half back here. It's been really impressive.
He's almost best on ground for mine, Schwarzenberg. He's just in everything, isn't he?
He has shot.
He's got plenty of mates out there today.
He has. Bouncing over the top. Rare error there from Shot, and Wharf trying all he can. The Palmy Junior goes across goal, but it's a nice kick. We'll find the chest there of Rosengren, who can go through the middle. Nice little passage if they can get it moving, but once again, it's all Green Ants, and another turnover out the back.
As you can see on your screen there, viewers, Green Ant jumpers everywhere. They have got only the same amount of players out there. It's just that they're in better position.
Ford wins the free kick, though. He can go forward now. Coming out the back, Fly came. Wasn't able to bring it down. Ground level, waiting. Munich put the pressure on, forced the bad handball, and Davey will swoop on it and make them pay. Jaden Davey kicking truly, and he gets his first of the night. Palmerston break the rut, and they get number 4.
Repeat entries and repeat goals, and they show they can do it in passages. As you quite rightly identified, they seem to switch off in passages too, and the captain, assistant coach, Shawnee Wilson, he came to the bench in frustration saying, "What are we doing, coach? You know, we just seem to stop," but they switched back on again and kicked 2 goals, so it can be done. But PINT are just showing you how to play footy. They've got that brilliance around the ground. They've got the big forwards working well now, and they're just going on and on. And generally, if you kick 75 points up to three-quarter time, you win the game. But I think there's probably a chance to get to 100, and that's you generally always win when you kick 100 points in a game of footy.
Jaden Davey, the 23 disposal a few weeks ago against the Darwin Buffaloes. He was classy on that 9. He's moved forward. Gets on the end of one there. Kavanagh flying off half-back. Moving forward with the handball. Little link up there from the big man. He'll try to continue to run. Got pushed over, but the play continues. Out wide to Rust. Fletcher just lost his footing. Forward, tripped over his own feet. Going back to get it was Munich. And this kick will go long now. Someone come at the footy. 2-on-2 contest. No one flew in the end.
They all stayed down and waited for it to fall.
Davey, Munich, Shot, wrestling on with him. Fletcher just kicking towards the pocket. Bremer sitting under it. And that ball just got over the top. Will go out on the full.
So a chance again, a repeat entry for Palmerston. Chance again to get them into a scoring position. Just to see if they can actually win the footy here out of the pack and get a snap-on goal. It's a free kick.
Jacob Maloney will take the out of bounds on the full. This time the numbers with Palmerston. Kavanagh's down the line, bounces off his chest. Numbers are with them though. Munich, handball, missed. will get it back, though. Joel Munich, plenty of green ants to deal with. They're going backwards, and that's not the way. This one goes sideways, and everything working for the green ants. Shot in the middle of the ground. Got men up the line. Spiteri will look to wheel and go. He's a long kick, but he's got men sitting out the back. One of them was Smythe, and he will run into the easiest of goals, Benjamin Smythe.
Spiteri's pushing his claim to be best on ground too with his dominance up that forward line. He's probably assisted 2 or 3 goals along with the goals that he's kicked. So that was a bit of brilliant football. And as you quite rightly said, Palmerston going sideways, backwards. It didn't quite get the run going, and it was an easy turnover. I think when Munich from Palmerston picked the ball up, he looked around. There was not one jumper that he could handball to or tap the ball forward to. And he sort of just had to hit it and hope.
Benjamin Smythe, the 8th goal kicker. The Green Ants tonight.
Yeah, it's a good all-round performance, isn't it? It's, there's a few players dominating, but overall they've been terrific around. And yeah, 13 goals, 3. That's good football too, isn't it? They've only missed three scoring shots, so pretty impressive.
Yeah, kicking straight, kicking true. They don't come much easier than that. They've kicked some really good goals tonight. And they'll get the free kick in the middle of the ground. Stevens, classy operator, Archie Stevens.
He's dominated, isn't he?
Much doing. There's a player just leading at the footy. In front was Hugo Timms.
And look, I'll be critical again, but they switched off again, Palmerston.
And that kick will just be intercepted, and Frith doing well, the wingman rolling back in defence.
He's got nowhere to go. Oh, he's got a couple out of here.
Trying to find Fox.
It's big man Fox. Lopes forward.
Left shoe. Coming up was Davey. Spilled the mark, back to where it came from. Fox again. The double fist on this occasion. Bouncing towards Rosengren.
Picked it up well.
Going back to get it was Ford. Now Alice. Goes with a little data. It was a nice one.
Got a good call, got a good kick there.
Munich. Now out to Shawnee Wilson, the
just
veteran.
try and hold position here.
We'll just get it long. Someone's got to sit under it from the back. Fly came. Not a bad idea to try to get it to ground level because Davey's dangerous. Holding on to a man. The umpire will be wanting to pay that one, and pay that one he does. Jaden Davey will win a free kick for holding the footy, and will get a chance for number 2 of the quarter.
Good effort too, isn't it? In a side that's struggling. That's a fabulous bit of football from him. He just kept at it and drew the free kick.
Jaden Davey looking for goal number 2 of the quarter. His 5th Premier League game this season.
And the famous Davey name continues here at Palmerston. Many players come through here. Alwyn and such like have come through over the years, and here he is, another one.
It's Jaden Davey. We'll go with the left shoe. We'll try to work it back, but never looks like going through, so another behind.
But a better passage of play that time, and just Sean Wilson looking to try and get the ball into the podium, which they haven't done enough tonight. Palmerston, they've just sort of kept the ball hanging around the edges and losing the footy. It's Pint got out to centre forward already. Umpire's blowing his whistle over something. Ball's got to come back.
So the umpire's just working it out as we're getting towards another 25-minute quarter here. It's been dominated by the Green Ants. Have put the game away.
Great display from the Green Ants. They were struggling for that. Well, not struggling. It was a tight game for that first half, but they've just gone away in this quarter.
Showing why they are the ladder leaders here. Plenty of time and space on the wing. That kick will find the flying aeroplane in Murphy short. Goes with a handball now. Try to get one late again. Going in there, coming from the back. Wasn't able to bring it down. Truan's dangerous in these situations. Bouncing off Waitman. Still Waitman. Still Waitman. Flying shot at goal. Misses.
He's having plenty of footy at the moment, Waitman. He's in a strong position each time, and he's getting himself in the position where he can win that footy in the contest.
Rust now. Changing the angles.
Did well that time, Russ.
What a heat on the kick of Munich. Coming through as Fletcher, been impressed with his game. Silky out of trouble, but almost ran down and got the kick in time. 2-on-2 down there. Davey didn't want to fly. Spoil coming in and it falls away. Shock horror of the Green Ants. Schwarzenberg kicking out in front of Spiteri. Clever little tap forward. Spiteri will back his chances, goes with a handball over the top, but the siren beats them, and it will mark the end of the third quarter. It has been dominated by the Pint Green Ants. Their margin is 53 points here at Cazalys Arena.
And it was 23 at half-time, so they've had a massive quarter and they've just dominated all around. And I think Palmerston got 2 goals that quarter, but it's been all Green Ants. Whenever you look around, there's 4 or 5 Green Ants jumpers running at the footy. Palmerston just don't seem to be able to get any sort of structure in their play. So we're back here at Cazalys Oval after this short break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Cazalys Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Cazalys has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at cazalysnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this thing. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up. Bring it back, bring it back.
Top End footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to AFL and T's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 11 clash here from Cazalys Arena on Larrakia Country, where Palmerston take on PINT, and a very dominant quarter for PINT sees them just about putting this game to bed, I'd say, without too much risk of being contradicted. But a magic quarter from PINT that quarter time. Lucky.
Yeah, you're right, Dodgy. They've just piled on the paint. Many people thought they would have just exploded in that third quarter. Spiteri was one of them. He's kicked 4. Truan and Murphy shot short, getting involved, both with 2 each. So fourth quarter action here at Cazalys Arena. It's a 53-point PINT margin. What are we going to see in the last quarter? McDonald going forward. We've seen that all night. It's a good mark from Wharf.
And if you're the coach of Palmerston, Mark Chilwell, you just got to tell his players, just try and win the quarter. Just try and stop the flow, kick some goals, get some respectability back in the way you feel about your game.
Frith, some Munich. Bit of the future on show there for Palmerston. Kavanagh just running themselves into trouble. Munich tries to get him out of it, bouncing out towards Chippendale, who's been good on debut. Chippendale, that's a nice kick to Munich, so calm under pressure. Kavanagh wanted it again, but another
bouncing
short kick. Frith will be a bit of time and space, so eventually they work it out to Rosengren. Good little build up here now. Can they make something of this? Rust. This kick here inside 50. Pushing the back, you'd think. And you'd think there'd be a few Magpies that have been hard done by there, but PINT will take another intercept mark. And
he must have slipped over. That's all I can think of.
Definitely a push in the back. The umpires had a lot that have not been there tonight, and a lot that they probably should have.
It's an interesting game, shall we say.
Edmonds, Chippendale. Handball getting tackled, and we'll see another ball up.
Yeah, it's hard to get a gauge on how good PINT are against some pretty ordinary opposition at times, but they've looked every bit as if they should be a top side, and as they are, they're well clear on the ladder currently.
Yeah, I think they're the real deal, Jodgy. Honestly,
yeah.
I think they've done enough to prove over the last few weeks, especially their win against Waratah last week. 38 points against Waratah side who pushed Southern Districts, beat Nightcliff. I think they've done enough PINT now to seriously confirm themselves as we dare say it, a premiership contender. They're on top of the ladder, and they're going to be a game clear again if they continue on their winning ways.
Definitely are, and the game tomorrow with Nightcliff and St Mary's is going to tell a little bit about how that top 3 is sort of sorted out. And then, of course, the following week, these guys go to Nightcliff, to Community Bank Nightcliff Oval to play Nightcliff. They're probably going to be match of the round. Yeah,
absolutely. Should be a really exciting clash, that one, and another big test for the Green Ants, but they've answered everyone they've had so far, and that's certainly backed their chances. I want to carry a little bit of momentum into that one. Harry Armstrong has got an opportunity now from long range. We'll go long with the left boot. We'll stretch the goal line, but it's a touch behind.
He's throwing the percentage out. The 5th point for the day.
He has. So margin back to 52 points.
He doesn't seem to have... they're a bit predictable when they come out of this back line. Maybe it's worth trying something different. It's a big kick, though. He's kicked it a long way, but he's kicked to a Green Ant jumper.
Bouncing off hands. Right on, Morgan Morris. Forcing the footy forward. Will dribble out towards the boundary line. Running back there is Maloney, who sees it over, and we'll get another throw in. So, contested game of footy here tonight. Definitely, you wouldn't call it an A+ for quality, but it's just been a will of who wanted it more, and more occasions it's been PINT. They've looked really good when they've spread the ground and forced Palmerston to defend wide. You mentioned at the start, this is how you usually bank wins at Cazalys Arena. You have to spread the ground and use as much of that width as you can. Douse it.
Yeah, exactly. Schwarzberg, Truan, Spiteri, they've just dominated when they've needed to.
Rust.
He's had a good game tonight, Rust.
He has. Look to just run around the man on the mark and drill a short one inside. Bouncing to Davey, who will back his chances. Davey on the left. from long range. Davey.
Is that a goal?
Has missed.
Would have been a goal of the day, just about.
He always knew he was going to back himself from there, Jaden Davey. Not short of confidence. Another behind. This one will find the chest there of Ogden. Got short on wide. Highlight of the day was that little aeroplane celebration.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to get himself on the Instagram, that's for sure. This one down the line.
A couple of players these days have got a pretty big Insta following.
Exactly right.
Maybe he's one of them.
This one down the line. One on short over the top now. This is Waitman. Got men on. They're just going to queue up here. They got one on wide here. If they can find him, they will. It's going to be...
It's going to stretch the back line again, isn't it?
It is. It'll be Bear rolling into the pocket. Very unselfish, this Pint side. Always looking in the centre of the footy and bouncing towards goal. A good option, but another rush behind. And Palmerston will get an opportunity to kick in. Margin back out 52.
Good call, that, Lockie. They are very unselfish players. They're looking to do the team thing all the time, and that's one of the strengths of this side. That's going to hold them up very good once the real pressure comes at finals footy.
Ford. Ned Ford. Goes long, and it's going to be punched out of bounds, and 5 minutes gone in this final quarter. It is a 52-point Pint lead. So
it'll be interesting to see if Pint want to keep going and pushing, or whether they're going to put the cue away and try and play for a bit of time. But they don't look like that, play that sort of footy. They always seem to be looking for an option to go forward and attack where they can keep the pressure on.
It's always going to be a tough ask for Palmerston. They've only played one game of footy in the last 26 days, having the bye and that abandoned game due to the cyclone.
Yeah, it is hard, isn't it, coming back off that?
And it doesn't get any easier, unfortunately. They've got some Marys next Saturday night.
So they'll either be playing a side that's beaten Nightcliffe at home or have been beaten by Nightcliffe at home. So either way, it's going to be a tough gig, whichever way they want to play.
Kicking out of midair. It's Kavanagh, ends up working now. Bouncing forward. This kick, playing the percentages. Bremner looks good. Going forward, and that's a nice kick now. And they'll just
needs to settle.
Jordan Klein, unless he can pick one off, and stretching. It's Heath Morgan Morris, who will no doubt back himself to get goal number 5.
There's a bit of shouting going on for the bench, so I think he might have gone outside team rules, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a shot on goal.
This is the option they want. Morgan Morris kicked 3 last week. His 4th Premier League game of the season. Out of the Hampton Footy League, Warrnambool prospect. Morgan Morris kicks nicely.
Great kick.
Gets his first of the night. And the margin is brought back to 46 points.
Gee, they've kicked straight too tonight, haven't they? Kicked, only kicked 5 points with a 13-goal scoreline. So it's a very impressive effort all the way around from Pint.
5 goal kickers for Palmerston tonight, all with singles. Davey, Bremner, now Morgan Morris, Chippendale and Rosengren all with ones. Pint splitting it up. 8 goal scorers in there. 46-point lead as we approach 8 minutes gone in this final quarter.
And look, Palmerston in it, trying their best, doing what they can do, and they've certainly haven't put the cue in the rack, as they say. They've kept at it, but it's a tough kick when you're that far behind.
McDonald, Edmonds, dribbling forward. Pushed under the footy there was Armstrong, who sat on it for way too long.
Yep.
So tough night, Harry Armstrong.
And he hasn't been able to get his game going, really, has he, today?
So once again, they can reload off half-back. Pint been a feature of their game tonight. The line. Tapping forward. Fletcher was pushed in the back. So he'll win the free kick off the half-back flank. And now Palmerston will look to stretch the ground. They've got Dowsett on the switch back if they want to use him. Too slow getting the footy back.
He's going to have to go down the line to a contest again, which is what Green Ants want.
Fletcher. Plenty of comers. They flew from behind, but it'll be a throw-in.
The game's in a position where you know, they're just trying to see their way out at Palmerston, make sure that they don't bleed anymore, and PINT pretty much just want to get to the siren and reload ready for next week.
Yeah, exactly right. Massive clash. That one against Nycliffe. As we get closer to the Christmas break here in the NTFL. Wilson feeds it out to Klein, now to Edmonds. Rolling forward. Plenty of green ants there, but it'll be dangerous if it gets to ground level. Well done there.
Jeez, that's good play.
Good rebound from Maloney, who just backed himself with a bit of dash. Found Smith, who was held up from Armstrong. Didn't give up on the play. Well done, Harry Armstrong. Tyrrell will be happy with that effort, not giving up. Even when there's not long left on the clock. Fletcher going forward. Plenty of footy tonight. Davey in there. Try to force a bit of pressure. And eventually it'll fall out of bounds. We'll go to throw it inside Palmerston's forward pocket.
So I hope you're enjoying the coverage tonight. You're watching AFL-NT's coverage of the 225-26 TIO NTFL season, live on NT News and Community TV, with a game that's pretty much done and dusted, but there's a few contests going around. We'll just see where they go from here as Palmerston go forward again.
Kick out of nowhere and...
touched off the boot, I think.
Touched off the boot, much to the dismay of a few Magpies. They thought they had another one.
And they've been able to do that a few times, repeat entries and get goals. So it's yeah, that's one of the positives for tonight with Palmy.
Shot up to Waitman. Wharf. Wilson in there, just keeping it in.
Turned it straight over though.
Going forward. Bouncing ball, a bit of pressure on here on Russ, was immediately picked up. Dowsett. Chisling kick inside and they hold on to it. Here they'll be able to go wide.
Haven't mind his game tonight. Dowsett, he's been okay apart from the 50-metre penalty go away, which the coach told him all about.
Klein turns it over, so disappointing kick. You'd much rather turn it over in the corridor than out towards the pocket. And Wilson now in the middle of the ground, but promising to see it hasn't blown out in this final quarter for Palmerston. They've kept it somewhat respectable, which was different to their round 7 clash. It ballooned out to 97 points on that day, and there was a lot of goals late, but keeping it respectable here, Palmerston. We've said it a lot, but it's really all they can do when they give away so many goals in those little bursts of play. Shot up the line, beautiful kick. Was able to find his teammate Schwarzenberg now. He might just back himself with a bit of dash. Always looking to go short. Dowsett, Kavanagh, short of him. To go back and get it. Dowsett might have been taken high, milked it enough to win the high contact free, and he's got Frith out wide. Been good. Works it up the line. Edmonds, give and go. Might have been Munich, sorry, who got it back now. Look good when they roll it through by hand here. Armstrong. Little bit in this last quarter for Harry Armstrong. Bit of confidence maybe as well. Why not have a ping from long range? Harry.
I think he's kicked it.
Happy with himself, Harry Armstrong, and that's a good goal from the young fella. He'll be happy with that one.
And some good signs from Palmer with some of those young players coming forward and doing those sort of things. And Harry Armstrong amongst the best there with a great goal for at least 55, 60 out. Just pinged it through the middle, and that's going to give him a lot of confidence going into the rest of the season and forward from here.
Yeah, Harry Armstrong on his Premier League debut as well. Congratulations, young fella, on your first goal here in Premier League footy. And a nice goal it was too. He backed himself and was able to kick a long range goal to trim it back to 39 points.
Yeah, that's a good effort from Palmerston. As you said, it was 53 at one stage. They've trimmed it back to 49. So that's all you can really do when you're that far down. And I think Mark Tyrrell will be pretty happy with his effort in this quarter so far.
Back up in the middle. Fans just throwing it out. Well, Schwarzenberg somehow was able to find Jaden Bear, who rolled into the pocket. Picture perfect stuff to Noah Spiteri.
I think you're right. If you put your hand on the ball and throw it up in the air, it's a throw. But there you go.
Umpire's
blindsided. Yeah. There's going to have another shot on goal PINT here, which will be their, what have they got, 13 goals. So this will be their 14th goal if they get this one. And a very good return on investment and effort.
So Noah Spiteri looking for goal number 5. And kicking straight, Noah Spiteri doesn't miss often.
He doesn't. He's been a brilliant. I don't know if he's kicked a point tonight. I think he's only kicked goals.
He's been fantastic. Number 5, that's goal number 13 against Palmerston this season. He's certainly feasted out on the black and white, and he doesn't look too happy with himself. Just a few high fives and move on with it sort of stuff. Looks like a pretty casual character, and the margin is back out now to 40 points.
And that's what I like about the way PINT have played tonight. They obviously know this is not a game that's going to be a season-defining game for them, but they're getting themselves set. You don't win premierships at this end of the year. You win premierships in March, and that's where just getting them ready for that the big onslaught into the finals. And they've just done everything with a touch of class.
Free kick in the middle of the ground. Palmerston are going to win it.
Unrealistic attempt in the ruck, I think.
Speak against McDonald.
Who's been good tonight, McDonald in the ruck?
Frith.
He's also been good. Called him a lot.
Launching off, Champion sitting under there. Coming through with shot. Davey diving on it. Won't want to drag it in too quickly, but he'll get away with the ball up.
Have you seen Jaden Davies' game tonight, Lockie?
I've liked Jaden Davies' game. That was Elijah in
Elijah,
there.
yeah.
He's been pretty quiet, Elijah, unfortunately. But it's just been poor delivery inside their forward 50. Made it tough for their forwards.
Yeah. And it is tough. If you got the ball coming in from all angles and just sort of hustle forward, it makes it hard to sort of get yourself set.
Good defence from Dowsett. Works it wide. Got ones on short. Elects to go long. And one-on-one, Elijah will have to deal with McDonald. Always going to be tough. Coming through is Barnett, whose kick will end up working out. They'll get a stoppage out of it, Palmerston, as the margin is 45 points, 16 minutes gone in this final quarter.
Just a little psychological win. If they get under 40 points, they'll be pretty happy with themselves in this quarter, I mean.
Palmerston's unbeaten run against Magpies in Premier League footy continues. They've had the wood on them in their short history in this Premier League competition.
It becomes a thing, doesn't it? I don't know why it does, because it's just a game of footy, but it does become a thing where a side got the wood on another, and I'm not sure it's always happened, and they certainly have in this case.
Yeah, they have. Can't say Palmerston's history since being the competition point would have been great. Still searching for a win in season 25-26.
Yeah, and they'll be disappointed with the way the season's gone. They would have thought they'd be at least 2 or 3 wins at this point in time. So they've got, they've got the next round next week where they've got to play Saints, and then into the back half of the game of the season where all sides are going to be trying to set themselves for finals. So I don't like their chances of winning too many more, but they've just got to keep doing what they do.
Yeah, you're right. They would have been really disappointed. That Buffs game was their opportunity.
Although I chatted to Shawnee Wilson, the captain, and he was telling me that they would, before the game, he said that's the game they set themselves for. It's almost their grand final for the year. And they weren't able to get the chocolates on that one.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was built up as a big clash, and they weren't able to get it done late, going down by 3 points to the Darwin Buffaloes. So still winless. Mark Tyrrell in season number 2. So we're going to see a downfield free kick and a bit of argy-bargy as well. I think it might have been Davey down there who put a hit on late. So PINT will get the free kick. There's a fight behind play. We probably won't see it. McDonald's got the free kick. Champion on short. Elects to go Schwarzenberg, who can unlock Wilson. Plenty of time and space to just find one short. Stevens will be too far out to score.
And once again, PINT just lowering their eyes, looking for opportunities. They're happy to share the ball around.
Champion with a cute little kick, but
cute. Yeah.
It's too pretty for Truan, and Frith will get back there again, working hard up and down the line. He's a hard worker. Cohen Frith. They've looked good when they've been able to stretch him on this other side. It hasn't happened often. Wharf down the line. Kavanagh. Sorry, it was Rosengren who was spoiled, and we'll get another throw in.
And there's plenty of games coming up over the weekend.
Sorry, Dodgy, we've just got another fight down in the pockets. The temper's flaring, and a free kick's going to be given against Declan Barnett. Just threw a man to ground, so PINT will get a free kick, you would think. Just silly. Just no point. It's still going on down this forward 50. It's starting to get a bit dicey. I don't really see the point in it. We've seen this happen a few times with Palmerston. They're just losing their heads late.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to show the flag sometimes, but that's not there's no point in it, as you quite rightly say. It's not required. The game's all over, and this is one you just got to put down to bad experience.
No, you're right, Dodgy. So the umpires are just going to hold it up. I don't see it as being flying the flag. Honestly, I think it's really just it's not a good look. It's pretty disappointing and pretty embarrassing, to be honest. They want to fight with 5 minutes left in the game. They should have done it earlier. This ball goes inside 50. Bremner might be the first multiple goal scorer of Palmerston tonight, and he gets number 2.
It gets a pretty big clap for the bench there, so I think they're
still a
pretty
bit
happy.
going on.
I think there's a bit going on the fort, but Pint should just walk away because you don't want a suspension this end of the year.
Yeah, Pint will be looking to stay out of it. Coach Mark Wiley won't want much to do with it, but as I just said, what's the point of doing that now with 20 minutes left when the game's already done and buried? If you're a Pint supporter, you just want to get off now and hope to get away with no suspensions or injuries. And
it's a bit like Steve Smith facing up to that big fast bowler when it was all over. Mate, you bowled really fast when it's all over, champion. It was the same sort of thing, wasn't it? That the English bowler, was his name Gareth, is it? Yeah,
Joffre.
Joffre, yeah. Pretty funny stuff, I thought.
Yeah, no, it is. You're right. You'd love to see the fight when the game's on the line, but
yeah.
Palmerston get one late. That's goal number 7. It's Harry Bremner who was able to get another goal in the square, so he gets number 2. Been all right in this last quarter, Palmerston.
Repeat injuries again.
Chance down there. Another pack forms, bouncing off hands. Wilson. Big hit coming on. Davey bouncing out of a few, and again, Elijah Davey.
Push and shove going on again.
Bit of push and shove. The crowd's getting involved. The umpires have just got to settle it down now. Jaden Davey also trying to stand up. Ball out on the far side. Keeping 2 eyes on this one. Another free kick to play on. Pint will have numbers out here. They've been too busy fighting.
The non-officiating umpire, or the non-controlling umpire, is trying to keep things quietly down.
Bates into the pocket will find Truan.
I don't think he's gone for his book yet, Lockie, but there'll be perhaps some vision on the match review panel and a few of this melees going on around the ground.
Yeah, they'll certainly have a little bit to look at here, but meanwhile, back to the footy, it's Archie Stevens who's got a chance inside. Looks like he's cramping up a fair bit, Archie Stevens. But
as an administrator president of a football club, that's the last email you want to get on a Monday morning saying you have to front the MRP or take the penalty.
Absolutely.
So
Archie Stevens will come in and kick truly. He's had a good night. Archie Stevens tops it up with his first as he gets a bit of assistance. The boys, it's been a pretty humid and sticky night, and they'll be keen to see that siren go not too far away. It's a fair medical crew trying to help out the young fella, but he's done well.
And hydration is the key, and those that don't play up here, perhaps watching it interstate, you wouldn't realise that you lose litres and litres of fluid playing a game of footy up here. It's the humidity sits around 80 to 90% most of the time, and that just saps your energy. So you've got to keep that hydration up before, during, and after a game.
So his 4th goal of the season, Archie Stevens, in goal number 6. Played 10 games for Carlton's VFL side this year. Very impressive young prospect out of South Warrnambool. Had a game, Dodgy, where he had 62 and 3 for South Warrnambool. Broke all
pretty
sorts
good leave
of records. So Waitman rolling forward, long kick. They'll try to get another one late here. Sitting under it, Spiteri again.
Mate, he's
just feasting on them now.
I think he's looking to try and get his name in the best on ground book there. The way he's playing, but he's just done everything right, hasn't he? He's led to where the ball is. He's been strong in the packs. He's kicked beautifully. Don't think he's hit the behind so far. I'll probably put the moz on him now. And he's done a couple of goal assists, but probably at least 3 goal assists I've seen as well. So he's been terrific, Spiteri.
Looking for goal number 6. Another massive night for Noah Spiteri. Here's he slaps in.
I did put the moz in.
To the post. And he can't add on to his bag tonight. Both teams just praying for this siren now.
And as we said, games coming up during this weekend to watch out for, but probably the game coming up of the round currently would be the Nightcliff and St Mary's game, 3 versus 4 at Nightcliff Oval. So that's something to watch at about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on Community TV. This one's just about done and dusted.
Hands, Waitman, not 15. Tackled by Alice, who Waitman certainly didn't have prior opportunity, but the umpire's given him the benefit of the doubt. So Alice will go wide. Armstrong can try to sit under it. Harry Armstrong.
He's come into his own in this last quarter.
He has.
He's perhaps when the sting's out of the game a bit, but he's kept at his game. He's had a tough night up till then. He's been all over it this game and this quarter, and he's lining up for goal number 2.
Yeah, in his debut, Armstrong will love to put through a second.
And good on him. Let's see these young fellas coming through like this. It's fantastic.
Each one from a similar region, albeit playing on earlier. Can he have another crack? Harry Armstrong.
He's a great
bit of a shining light, and you're right, the boy should get to him. Armstrong gets too late, and that tops off a nice little night for him in what's been his Palmerston Premier League debut. Played a bit of quaffle under 18s this season, and
he's a good left footer too. It's always handy to have a couple of decent left footers in there, and fabulous kick. Kicked it 45 out straight in front, but just didn't deviate.
Back to 40 points here at Cazalys Arena as the final siren beckons.
And Mark Wiley would have taken that at the start of the game, 40-point win. He'd be more than happy to have that in the bag going into a game next week against Nightcliff and Palmerston. That's the final round next week before Christmas. And Palmerston going into a round against St Mary's are going to have to try and regroup here. I think that game's being played here, so it's going to be a tough one for them.
Fletcher. Handballs wide. Ganged up on by a few Pint players. McDonald, Waitman again, looking for a late one here. But it's Kavanagh hoping to pick it off, and yeah, you're right, dodgy. I think Pint would just be happy to come in here and get the job done tonight. Nothing special or flashy, although 15-6 is a pretty handy night at the office, and they...
Yeah, I think their forward coaches will be pretty happy with that scoreline as well. 15-6 is a great return.
Exactly right, and no real injuries to speak of. They just get in and get out of Cazalys. Staying on top of the ladder as Noah Spiteri brings down Ryan Wharf. So a nice little effort late.
And Spiteri again in there. And Wharf also he's had a good game for Palmerston, I think, overall during the night.
So there we go here at Cazalys Arena, and as we mentioned, it's been Pint who extend their season to 8-1 here, making light work of the Palmerston Magpies. 15-6-96, playing 8-8-56. They got the job done in the end. Your goal scorers quickly for the Green Ants. It was Noah Spiteri kicking 5, Murphy Short, and Jack Trill with 2, Archie Stevens late, Benjamin Smythe, Waitman, Barry, Timms, Rowe all with singles, and for Palmerston, Javen Davey, Kate Chippendale, Rosengren, Morgan Morris all with 1s, Armstrong late, and Bremner as well with 2. But it's all the Green Ants. They extend on top of the ladder, and Palmerston still searching for win number 1 of the season, Dodgy.
Hard to see where they're going to get the win from, but I'm sure that the coaching crew have got some ideas down there. But let's not take anything away from Pint tonight. They were just brilliant, weren't they? With 15 goals, 6 is a fabulous return on a tough night where it's hot and humid. The ball's a little bit slippery because of the humidity, but guys like Schwarzenberg and Spiteri were just brilliant all night. And then, of course, with Palmy, they had a few good people that kept at it all day. I thought Davey played well. Wharf played well in patches. Shawnee Wilson led from the front, but it was all the Green Ants. Every time they went forward, Lockie, they were just surrounded by Green Ant jumpers, and they were able to, that back six were able to repel nearly every one of the challenges. The only time they ever really got through into goals was when they actually kicked the ball long into position.
So that's it here for Friday night footy at Cazalys Arena. It has been Pint winning by 40 points. Make sure to stay tuned on Community TV this weekend. Plenty of footy to be watching. My name's been Lockie Huffy. I'm being joined by Mark Dodge. Dodgy, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Will do. We'll see you tomorrow for more NTFL footy. Cheers.